Today is October 5th, 2025, and in this video, I'm going to be reporting on September of 2025. And my name's Eddie Cespedes. This is my $1 Million Diary, and in this channel, I go over my journey of going from zero to $1 million in net worth. Okay, this is beautiful right here. So we're gonna start with YouTube. I know last month I said I wasn't gonna really do this anymore. I wasn't gonna put all my focus into it because I kind of burned out on trying this whole AI YouTube channel. So for this month, I try to blur it out a little bit, but that's mainly because I have some other ideas that I want to do with this channel, and I don't really want it tied to me personally. I realize after some thinking that I want to keep this a little bit more private. But in the meantime, it says, at the time when I made this video, it was at 179 subscribers. Or at the time when I was making the notes for this video, it was at 179 subscribers. But then when I went to go take a picture of the actual count to upload, it went up to 185. So I've been trying to post just one YouTube short per day. This started probably like last week, but I've missed like 2 days, and it's going to be a little bit more complicated now because the AI tool that I was using, I'm assuming they were in their early stages, so it had a lot of glitches and they were trying to figure things out. So they gave me unlimited usage to use their AI tools and to create AI videos, and there was no credits being deducted. And then I just checked last night and I saw that I actually had credits, and I'm almost 50% of the way there, if I'm not already, which means I try to do the math, and I think would only be able to create 11 to 12 videos, and 12 videos a month. I don't think that's gonna do much. But and then there's other tools that they've developed that I actually want to use for other stuff. So I might not even be able to make the 12 videos or the 11 or 12 videos. It might be more like a video per week, unless I get like two separate accounts, because I don't want to upgrade to the higher plan. I'd have to make two separate accounts because I don't really want to upgrade to the higher plan because it's like way too expensive. And I'm also not really making any money from this for me to do that. So I still do have some ideas for this channel, but in the meantime, this is what it looks like: 185 subscribers. It's still my second largest channel. My largest channel is, I think, well, last I checked was at like 222, but that doesn't matter. So that's what we got for YouTube. Real estate has been interesting. So at the time when I made this video, there were certain things that were going on. And then, at the time when I made the notes for the video, there were certain things that were going on. And then now, in the last probably 3 days or so, the whole landscape has changed completely. So what I have right now for my rental property, my third rental property, there was water intrusion in September. There were 3 doors that I changed. The 4th door was I thought was good, but it turned out that water was still coming in, so we ended up getting that fixed. Fixed it pretty quick. I already paid the invoice and everything. The big issue that I have on this property right now is that the electricity is up by about 1,000 kilowatts. And now I rent the rooms in this property individually, and all the utilities are included. They pay rent and they get internet, they get the electric and the water. It's all included. I don't know what the hell is going on, but the kilowatts are coming. Like, I'm checking the usage, and it's up about 1,000 kilowatts. It's coming at like 2,600 kilowatts when it used to be around 1,500, 1,600. At the time when I lived in that house, it was only coming up. It was coming around maybe 1,000, 1,200, 1,300, 1,300 a month. Maybe during the summer it will spike to like 15, 16. But this is crazy. So there's something going on over there that the tenants are doing that's causing the electricity bill to spike, because I have it set on a stagnant like payment plan. So like every year it'll calculate the average usage and then bill me on that. So right now it's being billed at about 250. The issue is they're using about $400 worth of electricity, and that's been going on for the last probably 5 months now, 5 6 months. So when it resets next year, I have a feeling that like the new bills are going to be ridiculous. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do to that. I'm thinking about I think the immediate fix would be to go over there. So there were some dehumidifiers actually. So I thought that would be the first fix, that they kept running 24/7. They can't do that. So I just took the dehumidifier out of the house. It was a large dehumidifier. I took it out of the house so that they're not running it 24/7 and causing the bill to spike. Now, the next thing that I think is going on is they have the AC set at like 70 all the time. Like and I think it's just one or two of the tenants, but they always forget to turn it back on, which it's causing more usage on the or more wear and tear on the AC system. The HVAC is really old, so I just the HVAC is really old, and I think it's probably like 20. It's probably 20 years old right now. Actually, yeah, it's like 20, going on 21 years old, and yeah, like I'm trying to make it last as long as it can. So uh, there's two issues with that. You know, it could break the AC, and then the second issue is the electric bill is insane right now. So my immediate fix would be to program the thermostat again, and then if that doesn't work, the next fix would be to just change the thermostat so I can monitor it remotely. And then when I see it's later on during the day, I can turn the AC up whenever they crank it down. So, rental property number two. Which one's this one? Hmm. Improvements. Oh, there we go. Yes, the bank never paid the insurance, so it ended up getting canceled. I don't know how this happened. I ended up needing to call them, and they told me that it was my job it was my job to let them know that the loan. It was my job to let them know who my insurance was after they purchased my loan, which is weird because I've had other banks purchased my loan several times, and I've never had to do a thing. So Truist did that to me. By the way, I can't stand Truist right now. I feel like they try to act all nice, like they got good customer service, but you can't do anything with them. I don't know. So my our joint account with my wife is with Truist, and honestly, like I'm not really that happy with their service. I feel like they could have explained things a little bit better, and then when I try to ask for things, like they don't. I've had better experiences with other banks. Um. So yeah. So anyways, that's the side right. We they didn't reach out to me, or I guess they didn't reach out to my insurance or my insurance agent or whatever. I don't know what happened, but they never paid the insurance, so I had to pay for it out of pocket. Uh, I paid for it out of pocket since the policy was canceled. Got it reactivated, but now that because this is a whole big deal, it ended up getting fixed because the I called them, and then we called the insurance on a three-way. They said it was canceled. There's nothing they could do. The bank said, well, we mailed the check out. You'll get it in about 30 days. And the insurance company said it doesn't matter if we get it in 30 days because we don't have it now. So it's canceled. So I paid for it out of pocket. And then the check was already on the way to them. And then they sent it back to me. So it got reimbursed. And actually, it's pending withdrawal. It's pending deposit in my bank account right now because I deposited the check yesterday. And then this is funny. So the tenants wanted to upgrade the property. They wanted to add pavers to the backyard because it was better for, I guess, their dogs or whatever the reason was, which it's not a bad idea. We thought about it. And I told them, yeah, sure, go ahead. If you guys want to add pavers to the backyard, that's great. Doing me a favor. But this is outdated because a couple of days ago, they just called me and told me that they found another house that they wanted to move to because it was bigger and their dogs are getting bigger and it has a bigger yard. So they wanted a much bigger yard, and it was also a corner lot, whereas mine is like a middle lot. So they were asking about when the lease is over. The lease is over in December. They said, okay, I think they're already in the process of moving, but they did say they were going to pay the months that were owed on the lease. And the good thing is that they did say that they had somebody that already wanted the property, and they had already been to the property, and it's one of their, it was one of their, it was a friend that was going to come live in a hotel that they were renovating because these tenants are business owners. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. But now that I'm thinking about it, I need to see how I can work this out because I might actually want to move back into that property since it's a lot closer to my parents and it's closer to my wife's parents. So at least we'll be on that side of Orlando, which means on the east side of Orlando, which means we'll be closer to family, and they can help out with the baby, and then my parents will be able to see the baby a whole lot more than what they do now. Because right now, I think they haven't seen him in like 2 weeks, and I try to take the baby over to them once a week, but it hasn't been working out. So so yeah, so all of this really changed. Like I said, in the last probably 5 days, a lot has happened. But yeah, that tenant upgrade thing doesn't even matter anymore because they're about to move out. So now I got to figure out what I'm gonna do, if I really am gonna move in there or if I'm gonna rent out a different house. Because I'll move in here because like it's it's a house that might help me out. It's closer to the east side. It's just a little bit smaller, and I'm looking for something that's like a little bit bigger. And it's a 1 car garage. I'm looking for a 2 car garage. But yeah, I don't know if I want to rent. I'm pretty sure I won't qualify for a mortgage right now with all the debt that I have. So I did some numbers, and I think I know what I have to do to qualify for a property that's within the price range that I'm looking for. So I got all that figured out. So I don't know. I got to figure, okay, if I move into this property, then I got to rent out the property that I'm at now. So yeah, I'm in the process of looking for some potential tenants for where I'm at right now because I'm pretty sure, regardless, by next year, I'm gonna be living somewhere else. So I need to try and live somewhere else. So yeah, I got some stuff to figure out. Rental property number one. So the tenant, yeah, I think I've already said this before, but they're planning on moving out in March. So actually, that's 2 properties. I got to find tenants for 2 properties here within the next probably yeah, 5 months. And let's see, the tenants who owe me money. Yeah, there's tenants from the property rental number 2, which is the one that I want to move into. The previous tenants before these, they owe me $5,000. And then on rental number 3, one of the rooms that I had rented, that girl, she just stopped responding, and she still owes me $1,000. So she paid, I think, she paid like six. Well, actually, no, she owed like 2,400. So she paid 1,400. She owes me another 1,000. Now she stopped responding to me. So that's a lesson learned. I was really adamant about going after both of these tenants because I I just feel like I can't let things go. So I really wanted to go after them just to prove a point, and also just like it would at least be on the record. But now I'm just thinking, I don't think I want to waste that time right now since my time is valuable, and they they're not going to give me anything. They don't have anything to give. So I'm just going to take this as a learning experience. And if somebody, yeah, it's just looking like I can't really give people that much leniency. I can't really be that nice because when you end up being too nice, you end up getting taken advantage of. And this is probably one of the reasons why tenant landlord relationships are so bad in this country, because the from the tenant's perspective, I can see why they are the way they are, because you don't want to get screwed over. And then from the or from the landlord's perspective. And then from the tenant's perspective, um, I could understand why sometimes they feel like the landlord is like, oh, such a dick, such an asshole. But, you know, everybody's got everybody's got to try to protect themselves. But in this case, I'm just like, I can't give people any more leniency. And yeah, these tenants, they got away with it, but it's fine. They just made it harder for uh, the next tenants that come around. And I'm not really going to waste my time or my money trying to go after them. It is what it is. It'll probably make for some good content later. The e-commerce, let's see. In Etsy, I made $400 in sales. In eBay, which this one was the good one, I made $2,028 in sales. And in Amazon, I made 313 in affiliate sales. So yeah, 74% of my e-commerce income came from eBay, 17% came from Etsy. Etsy has been like, it's been shot. It's not really doing how it used to. The only reason I made 400 in sales was because I got one sale, and which was like, uh, it was a low. It was, I think it's like $20 or something like that, or maybe $25. And I think that's the sale where they gave me a bad review, and now it's really hard to make sales. But then I ended up selling two high ticket products like back to back, and that's where the 400 in sales came from. But that's pretty much it right there. I haven't gotten any more sales since I made those two high ticket sales, and I still get views, but my store rating is down to like 3.5 stars because these people leave reviews, and I can understand if it was my fault, but you can't please everybody. And unfortunately, the people that get mad are the people that leave the reviews, and those are the ones that end up hurting your business. So now it's been really hard to make sales. When I think this whole year there was only 1 week where I didn't make a single sale, and now ever since I got that bad review, I've had 2 weeks where I haven't made a single sale. And Amazon picked up a little bit because, I know a couple months ago I made 275, which was a low since I first started the Amazon influencer program. So it was nice that now I'm in the 300s. So hopefully I can find a way to get back to the 500s. We got a plan for that though. Whoa. Oh, here it is. There it is. And then we have this right here is Etsy. This is eBay. This is Etsy. And then this is Amazon. I need to try and keep these videos a little bit shorter because I know I ramble a lot. Personal milestones that I accomplished in September. I passed the national board exams for sciences, which is the last exam that I needed. The arts I took last year in September, so I took them a year apart. So now that's done, and now I just got to take the state law exam. The emergency fund, I reached my goal of having 3 months saved. That's great. So now I have an emergency fund that can fund me for 3 months. Haven't had that in a while since I bought the condo. To be honest, it hasn't been that long. It's only been like a year and 5 months, but it feels like it's been 3 or 4 years. It's been a really long year. And my investment account in Robinhood, I got to 9,900. I was trying to get to 10,000. I couldn't really get there. I'm sure I'll get there this month, hopefully, because I got some debt that I got to pay off. Like I bought a lot of inventory for eBay and on a credit card, so I want to pay off the credit card before I put any more money into Robinhood or into savings. So yeah, I got it to 9,900, almost 10,000. So that's pretty good. And I started tracking my finances, like all my gross receipts and all my expenses. And I did a terrible job at managing my expenses last month. I will admit that, but I did a great job at just making money and like working a lot. So my gross receipts were, oh man, this didn't put the number up there. Hey, go back up. Here it is. My gross receipts were, and this is how much monies I had coming in, was $15,395 for the month of September. And then my gross expenses were $13,435. So the goal is to get this to be under 10,000, and to have that consistently be 15,000 for the income, because that 15,000, I don't think that's something that I can hit every month, but I should be able to hit 12 to 13,000 every month, hopefully. Uh, yeah. So then the gross was $2,445. So I cash flowed 2445 in the month of September. If I would have managed my expenses a little bit better, I could have probably cash flowed another thousand, if I'm being honest, and it could have been an even better month. The plan for October was to determine my current eligibility for a new home loan. I was gonna go call my my lender, my mortgage guy, but I was able to do the math on my own, and I kind of already figured what it is that I need, so I don't even think I'm gonna go through with that. Um, yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Especially if I move into the my other rental, I could probably be there for like another 2 years and be all right. So I don't think I'm gonna call him. I think I'm just gonna figure out my situation with the other property, and then if anything, rent. So we'll just see what's going on with there. The state law exam, I had to start studying for the state law exam. I heard that one is hard and one that people fail a lot. They typically always have to take it a second time, and it's also really expensive. So I don't want to do that. Um, yeah, so I need to study for that. And then I want to be more consistent. So I created some templates to track my daily activities and also to write down and keep a log of everything that I do throughout the day. And I've been pretty good about filling those out every day. And the rental, also for October, figure out what's going on with the properties. Um, I address ongoing property issues decisively. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what that means. Oh, with the rental property number 3. Okay, yeah, I need to figure out, make a plan for rental property number 3. Uh, am I gonna start going over there and fixing it now? Am I gonna? I don't know. To be honest, with October 5th, I should probably start working on it in October, but I think I'm gonna start off by buying the materials and create a game plan. And then maybe I'll see if I can go over there and I could get started on the actual labor. And then I want to create more KPI templates. So I want to be able to track everything that I'm doing on eBay. So in my daily activities tracker, I have activities that I need to do every day that will contribute towards my goal. And a lot of those, it has to do with like the whole e-commerce stuff. So I want to create more templates for me to track those, like all my goals and stuff like that. Like I should be focusing more on social media, but at the time I'm not. But I want to create a, a template that has all my all my social medias, all my like my YouTube channel stuff, all my e-commerce revenue, just stuff that shows me that I'm moving in the right direction or that I'm, slowing down or decaying, which in that case that would need to be fixed. So overall, September was a great month. To be honest, it was a long month. It felt like a long month, but I feel like I did accomplish a lot, and I'm hoping October can be even better. So far, we're 5 days into it, and it feels like a lot has happened in just these 5 days. So, yeah, the goal is to keep moving, and keep pushing strong, and hopefully October can be an even better month than September. I don't feel like it is right now, to be honest, but it should be as good as September, if not almost as good as September. But yeah, so I'm excited about this. We're in quarter 4 right now, so I'm really excited about the last quarter of the year. I'm hoping that we can close out strong, and that's it for October. I think that's it, right? Yeah, that's it for October, and hopefully I'll be back, and I'll probably be back this month with a few more videos, but at least with an update video. We'll be back in November, hopefully early November. Hopefully I don't end up doing one of these until like midway through the month. But this is going on for about 25 minutes. Hopefully the next one we can cut it down to less than 20, maybe 15 or 16 will be good for these videos, because man, 25 is a lot.